Hello and welcome to Girl Meals when you are experiencing grief. Today is my dad's 75th birthday, and it has just been a wonderful roller coaster as this grief thing typically is. I was absolutely non-productive today. Today was supposed to be a day of me going to a small business conference, but instead I worked out, so there was some productivity there. I did also get on a call, so there was some also, can't even talk. See, that's how productive I was today. There was also productivity there. I also texted my aunt and told her that I was setting a boundary because she decided that she wanted me to be the middleman in conversation with my sister after I told her I wasn't going to be doing that. So that was an accomplishment. I guess we can call that part of my productivity. I cried purposefully, listened to Chrisette Michelle's My Joy. And I did go to Sunny's Bookshop, which is my favorite bookstore. And I also went to Trader Joe's to get some food. And I got to eat. So, okay, about this meal, because I'm apparently supposed to be doing things, which is why I am doing this. You'll learn more about this later, but I have insulin resistance, which is basically a condition that you get where your body decides, oh, we don't want to work the way we're supposed to. And now you are on the struggle bus to lose weight. So that's what's going on with me. And I am on a journey to reset it. So that's why I'm showing you what I'm making. More about that later. But what I'm making in my girl meal tonight, because, gotta eat, I'm just making a little salad. No, I'm not a girl that just eats the enchiladas, but, at night, that's the best thing to do. So went to the good old Trader Joe's, had already washed the veggies. Don't come for me. I am a germaphobe, so I wash my hands about 1,000 times when I'm cooking. So I had gotten some lettuce that was pre-washed. I had some chicken patties that I made. That was the last one. Wasn't too hungry. So that's why I only put one in there. Here you see me tasting a tangerine. Was not feeling that one. It's a little mushy. I'm a texture girly, so it's giving. We're not going to do this. If we're going to have the carb, we're going to have a carb we like, right? Again, not me, fight the insulin resistance. I love a good carb. I will carb load as if I am running a marathon. Hello, insulin resistance doesn't allow you to do that. Anyway, back to the meal. So you don't see me. I went to the refrigerator and said, okay, this one shall suffice. So again, we have lettuce, chicken patties, nectarine. This one meets my standard. We also have the organic microgreens in there. So that's what I have in there. So we're going to chop it up, Be careful, people. You need all your fingers. If you have them all intact, I recommend you keeping them as you go along. So you'll see here, I am cutting this with absolutely no method. If you are a person who is trained in cutting things, I'm sure you're watching this anxiously. I would like you to know that the only thing harmed in the making of this video is the cutting board and the nectarine. My fingers, however, remain intact. I am happy to report that I still have all 10 of them. So I've disappeared yet again to get the steamed lentils, again, from Trader Joe's. This is not a Trader Joe's ad. However, Trader Joe's has all the things, and there's a new one by me on Ventura Boulevard. So I put the pink Himalayan salt in there, shake it up a little bit. I like a little bit warm. So I just put, I don't know how much. I'm an eye measurer, don't know if that's the correct term, but here we are. So I just put a little bit of that for some fiber and protein, put that into the salad. I'm sure I'm going to go wipe something off, wash a hand, grab one of my 85th paper towels. Sorry, this video is certainly not safe for the environment at all. I'm sure my hands will return into frame in a second. Here we are. We are back. Yes. So Salted pecans. I love those. A little crunch, like multi-texture, like a little explosion in the mouth, if you will, of textures and surprises at times. So this is a kid's show, so I hope everyone took that as just a food reference, because that is all this is about. So add that for a little bit of crunch. I'm going to put things in the sink because I'm a cleanup girl as I go. I am a Jamaican child, so there's no dishes in the sink. Like, I still to this day have trauma from the dishes situation. We could not go to sleep leaving dishes in the sink. Okay, back to this. So what I'm doing to make myself feel better is I'm making myself a mocktail. So you'll see that I'm cutting this lemon because I'm going to make my own dressing. So there we're going to put half a lemon squeezy. I mean, I clearly just worked out so that I can squeeze this lemon because this thing was stubborn as all hell, or I guess just not right. So here we are with the lemon. Anyway, I continue. So because of my insulin resistance, ChatGPT is helping me with reversing it, hopefully, so that I can just be in better shape, because insulin resistance can actually also lead to prediabetes. We do not want that. I would like to not have prediabetes. And in case you did not know, insulin resistance is something that a number of women actually experience after a traumatic event. I lost my dad in 2022. I was formally diagnosed with insulin resistance in 2024 after going to my primary doctor, who told me that I had insulin resistance because I was getting older, which I knew that based on both my age and the calendar. Didn't need to pay my copay to have her tell me that. Love you, Dr. Putter, but that was not groundbreaking news. My levels hormonally were all saying I was fine. I even went to the endocrinologist. Not until I started to see a nutritionist did she say, oh, this has to be what it is, because if you scroll down my personal feed, you'll see that I was like, in peak shape when your girl was 39, 40 just a couple of years ago. And all of a sudden, I just gained 20 pounds out of nowhere, and I eat pretty clean. Like, the way that you see me preparing this meal is pretty standard. I mean, I have my times when I would, have like a cheat meal or whatever have you, but I traditionally eat pretty well. And I exercise 5 to 6 days a week. So I was just like, what is happening? And of course, yes, as you age, like, those things that work for you in the past stopped to work. But there was something else that was happening where it was like, no matter what I was doing, it just wasn't working. So once I had a nutritionist, which, by the way, in case you don't know, typically if you have health coverage, you can get one for free. So I finally was able to get an endocrinologist to confirm that I did have insulin resistance. And even for the past year, I've been trying to navigate it, and it has not worked. So I just asked ChatGPT, I said, hey, can you just give me a 30-day plan to reverse it? And so it broke it down for me, the things I can do. And so I've been doing that. So in case you're interested, let's go to this little recipe right here. This is a freestyle. I don't really love salad dressing because I eat salads intermittently. So I just make it at home, and I just find that's better. So this is just literally half a lemon. Sometimes I'll do a whole lemon depending on the size of the salad. Then I just do like a little splash of apple cider vinegar. I recommend shaking the bottle. Just didn't do it today. Not in the mood. Actually just forgot. Some red pepper flakes and Himalayan salt, pink Himalayan salt. That's the only salt I use. It's a healthier version. Mix it up. And then just go ahead and put it over that. Oh, and then literally just like a quick dash of pure maple syrup, which is actually healthier than agave, which I did not realize, because agave will spike your blood sugar. And then the other thing that ChatGPT told me, so one thing is to like mix like fat, protein, and carb. Like, that is the magic plan. Obviously having a lot of protein as you age is really important. I shouldn't say obviously, but that is one of the key things. And then the other thing, what's stopping like the rise in glucose is to take a walk after every meal. So now every meal I do like a 10 to 15 minute walk. Sometimes I don't go outside, I'll just go, just walk around the house. So here, because I've been feeling a little bit down today and I don't want to drink to spike anything. So this is like a nice little pick me up, make me feel good drink. Also just like a little toast to my dad. So that is a recess drink, which you can find like at Sprouts or here in LA at I can't remember the grocery store now, but at kind of like the higher end grocery stores. It's Recess. They have CBD drink. So this one that was the peach ginger. Then I have the Reed's ginger ale with 0 sugar. And then a half a lemon, and then that is the Be a Vibe Magnesium, which helps me sleep. I don't have a mixer or anything. Listen, just gonna pull out the spoon, mix it on up, help your girl go to sleep, and then just say a little cheers to my old man before I go to bed, because this grief thing really sucks, and I don't want to spike my sugar with tequila. I don't want to indulge in any of the free things that, any of the illegal other treats that are here in LA, because that's just going to make me hungry. And in general, I've been really great about processing my feelings. So cheers to us. All right, y'all. Good night.